Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, how's it going today? So the decade's an year and a 10. I love movies, as you could probably tell. But I just want to give you guys my take on the top 5 best movies in my opinion, because it's just my list, not the right list. But my opinion on the top 5 movies this decade. So let's talk about I'm only going to be including one movie from each franchise, so one Pixar, only one Marvel movie, one Star Wars movie, because these are my favorite picks. But coming in to top off our list at number 5, it's going to be Toy Story 3. I was 3 years old when this movie came out. Shows how old I am. Alright, but in all seriousness, I'm always rewatching this one. I love it. I like Toy Story 4, but Toy Story 3 is the one Toy Story movie that I'll always hey, I'm in the mood for Toy Story. I'll put one on because it has really quick pacing, but that didn't come out this decade. That's maybe my favorite Toy Story, the original. I don't love 2 that much, but narrowing back here, Toy Story 3 is fantastic. It won Best Animated Picture, as it says here on the DVD. But I really enjoyed Toy Story 3. It was one of my favorites. Not my favorite, you know what I mean. But it's one of my top 5 this decade because it was a good movie. Alright. Yeah, so that's number 5. So let's talk about number 4. So coming in at number 4, I don't have this one on DVD or Blu-ray, so sorry, nothing to hold here, but it's going to be Daddy's Home. So I kind of want to go a little bit in every genre. We started stuff off with Toy Story 3, and I just want to kind of look at the comedy genre. And there was some really, really good comedies. Right, I mean, I loved Good Boys, but something to Daddy's Home just really stood out to me. So I'm going to give an honorable mention here to Good Boys and Instant Parent, because those are both really good movies. But my favorite's probably Daddy's Home. I like Daddy's Home too, but Daddy's Home, it just stood out to me. Something about Daddy's Home, Will Ferrell, Mark Wahlberg. It's a great movie, so if you haven't seen it, go check it out. Alright, so coming in for number 3, I've kind of been debating what I was going to put in here, but it's going to be Bohemian Rhapsody. I love the movie. It's really good. I love a bunch of Queen songs. I listen to them time and time again. And it was really cool to see Freddie Mercury's life. Obviously, a bit of it's fabricated, but with any biography film, you're going to get that. Rami Malek is amazing as Freddie Mercury. You feel... I wasn't even alive when he was alive. But you feel like he's bringing Freddie Mercury back to life, and the performance he gives is so phenomenal, and I think it has about a 2-hour and a 10-minute runtime, but it feels like it's like a 90-minute runtime, and it's crazy, but it's like a good film, and it's a story done right. I think there's a lot of other good biography movies. Green Book, that's pretty good. A bunch of other ones that were released this decade. But if I had to pick one, this is definitely... Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, so the number 2 pick, Avengers Infinity War. I liked it more than Endgame. I did. Endgame's longer. It has more of a story rather than just a bunch of battles, but I'm more into just fight than just a bunch of talking scenes. And Endgame's great too, but if I could only pick 5... and just pick one from each type of studio, it's gonna be Infinity War. I had so much hype going into Infinity War, and I'll explain why it's number 2 in a second, but there was just so much hype for me going into Infinity War, because before Infinity War, I don't think I've seen any of the MCU films in the theater, and then I knew this was gonna be this big blockbuster, so I watched all 18 movies leading up to this, and I was like, holy crap, this is a great universe. So I was so excited for Infinity War, and then you get to the end, and it's like, wait, what? But then I'm like, come on. This is Disney we're talking about. They're not killing all their characters. They're coming back next year. So That's why this is over Endgame too. I love Infinity War. I watch it time and time again. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. So my number one movie this decade. Yeah, pretty unpopular opinion right now. To put Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. Yeah, that's my number one movie of the decade. I loved it. I thought it was amazing. It was a great movie. I mean, yeah, you could argue that in the comments. I'm a kid. What do I know? Trust me, I've made my way around the movie block. I've seen 1,000+ films, and the story was good. It's a little all over the place at times, but me growing up with Star Wars, it's like everything I wanted. It's like my dream. It's like I go to sleep, imagine what I want from a Star Wars movie, and I'm like, ooh, I hope I get that with this. And then I go into the theater, I walk out, and I'm like, my dream just came true. And I had so much anticipation going into this, and I'm actually a fan of The Last Jedi. I didn't mind it because I knew some of those questions would be answered in episode 9, which obviously they were. And Palpatine coming back, it worked. It really worked for me. The fact that he was Snoke, it made sense because Snoke's designed to be this all-powerful being that's mysterious, but then you realize it's been Palpatine pulling Ben Solo, Kylo Ren's strings the whole time, and that made perfect sense for me. I don't know why you're arguing that. Rey, Daisy Ridley is better than ever. Adam Driver's great, and Oscar Isaac and John Boyega's chemistry with each other, it's all fantastic. 3PO gets more of an arc in this, and it's everything I want. And then you hear the voices from all the past Jedi at the end of the film, like guiding Rey, and you hear Mace Windu, Qui-Gon Jinn, Kanan, and I think Ezra from Rebels were in there. So it was a fantastic delivery on something I was expecting to be in the middle. I thought it's either going to be like absolutely horrible, like below average stuff, or it's going to be like up here, greatest movie of the decade, and it's there. It's my favorite movie of the decade, and I'm definitely going to continue to watch this again and again. I'm definitely going to go see it a couple more times in the theater because I need to see it again. It was something I loved. And now just to talk about why I placed this over Avengers. Avengers, like I said when I was talking about it a minute ago, I didn't start watching those movies until leading up to Infinity War. But Star Wars has been there my whole life. I've always been in love with this galaxy that Lucas has built. And that's my opinion. Rise of Skywalker, my favorite movie this decade. A ton of decade stuff. Maybe I'll do a top 10 movies of all time. Maybe I'll do top 10 worst of the decade. I don't know. Let me know what you want to see in the comments. But I want to say thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Hit the subscribe button and you'll have a good day. Because is it that hard? Just hit it. Even if you're not going to watch my videos, but you probably should because they're pretty good, you know? If you like this, watch my other videos, hit subscribe. Alright, you have a good day.